Hello guys, it is Ollie from HitFilms 1 here, and today I'm going to show you our first HitFilm tutorial. Today in our HitFilm tutorial we'll be going through the basics of HitFilm, like the layout, etc, and maybe at the end doing a muzzle flash, like a little basic one. So, here we have HitFilm. This is what you'll see when you first open HitFilm Ultimate. You have the screen and you have all your stuff here. Now, you can either open an already saved project, which you probably won't if this is your first time using HitFilm, or click a new project, which I'm going to do right here. Now, because I'm using Bandicam, it might make my computer lag a little bit more than it usually does. Oh, here we go. And here we have our project sort of editor. Basically, you have your template, your width, your height, your frame rate, your aspect, and your field type. So your width and the height is basically 1280 width, 720 height. And here we have this. This is your frame rate. Your camera will shoot a certain frame rate. My one shoots 24 frames per second to 25 frames per second. That's why I've selected this. And your template basically is what you're going to be editing in, or you'll be like sort of like your HD or your quality. Now, because I'm using 25 frames per second, I'll be using 720p. And yeah, so once you've decided all of that and made it sure it actually suits your camera, you will click Start Editing, just down here. So I guys got a bit of a cold. Okay, so here we have HitFilm. There are basically 5 different parts to HitFilm, and you have your viewer, your editor, your effects, and your sort of input area, and your control stream and lifetime. Now, I'm gonna quickly just import a video. Just grab this one here. This is footage from a video that I'll be posting very soon. Okay, so this bit here is really cool. Most editing softwares don't have this. You can actually sort of edit / trim your clip before you even drag it into your timeline. So I'm just going to trim it, so it's after I finish saying recording in action, which is just about there. And I'll end it just before the clip ends. Now, I can either drag this clip down, the non-edited clip, and edit it in there, or I can do what I've just done. I can click here, drop and drag that into my timeline, which is really, really helpful, and click yes. And here we have our clip in our timeline. Another thing you can do with the editor, and you can do with the compositor as well, you can change how big you want your thing to be. So you can go scale to fit, which is what I usually do. You can zoom in tons, which is really weird. I don't usually, if you're wanting to do like precision editing, like actually get really close to see what's happening, you can do that. But at the moment, I'm not going to do that. So that's this bit. Now into our timeline. In the timeline, there are about 4 or 5 main different parts. There is the video and your audio track. Here is the audio from this clip, but I can go like this. I can go insert track, I can scroll down, I can add sound effects or music, and you can do as many tracks as you want pretty much. And here I have these things. I don't know what this is. I don't usually use this, but I do use this quite often. This is the split tool. So let's find an area that I want to split my clip at, just there. That'd be good. Now I can click this and just basically hover over the clip. Now I can split it anywhere in the clip, but what's really good, what's really easy is you find where you want to split it before you click that, and you make sure that it's flashing red, and you click, and basically if it's flashing red, it means that your cursor will automatically cut where your timeline scrubber thing is, and it splits the clip there. Now, I don't really want to work with 2 different clips when I'm editing today, so I'll just remove both of those, and I'll drag this in again. So now, that's that. Now we're going to move into composite. So what I do is I click the clip and click Make Composite Shot. And we'll convert that there. And this is the whole different part of HitFilm, the compositing area. What's really cool about HitFilm is, unlike most other softwares, editing softwares, it has either editing or composite, not really both. This has both. So say you had After Effects, you can't really edit in After Effects, you usually just do the effects in After Effects. I could be wrong, I know, I just prefer this. So here is your, whoops, let's go to the thing again. Here is your composite area. Now, composite area, you have what's called layers, and you can do the layering. Layers. And you can basically drag and drop different bits of footage onto your clip on top of your base layer. This basically, your footage is called your base layer. So let's just say I want to do a muzzle flash, which I'll be showing you now. It's fine, just there will be fine. I'll just quickly import muzzle flash. It's in notes. So I've just got a new computer, so I'm sort of getting used to it. Now, I haven't actually inputted all my effects into my new computer yet, so I'm not going to be doing a proper muzzle flash tutorial today. I've only got like the basic muzzle flashes and stuff. I'll just import the straight muzzle flashes because I want one that's going to be facing outwards. Okay, so let's just find one that'll be appropriate. That one suits it quite a bit. Drag and drop that to there. Now, to do a muzzle flash, you basically drag where you want your muzzle flash. Drag where you want your muzzle flash to be. I want it to be roughly about there. And then you make sure it's 1 frame long. So you you go through 1 frame, and you just trim that down. I know, don't worry, it's still there though. It's just so small that you can't actually see it. So basically down here, I'm going to zoom in until, see, I can see it a lot clearer now. Now, that looks really crappy. So I'm going to go blending mode, right click, go blending mode, and go screen. And it changes the color quite a lot. I'm not going to do all the smoke and the shells ejecting and the recoil and the brightness and stuff effects today. That'll be a separate tutorial. But I'm just doing like just a quick one here. So we have this here, so we're going to position it, and we can actually scrub through and watch it like that. And just very quick, And now, I'm going to get rid of the muzzle flash. I'm going to show you something else. HitFilm, what's really cool about HitFilm is they actually give you free muzzle flashes when you get HitFilm. So if I go presets, go 3D effects, go muzzle flashes, and you have an entire list of muzzle flashes here. What's really cool is that these are all 3D muzzle flashes, and I'll show you soon. So I'll just drag and drop that on top of it, and go yes, because it's a 2D footage here, but it is a 3D effect, so you go yes, you had a 3D camera. And there we go. So we have our muzzle flash here. This is a 3D muzzle flash, and I'll show you in a second. So I can, look, this is really quite cool. I can actually, whoops. Oh wow, it's lagging quite a lot. I can actually turn it around like that. Really is really cool. It's one of the things I love about HitFilm. How they give you, if you don't want to spend money on extra essentials too, you can just use the inbuilt things in HitFilm. So now I'm just going to position this, and I'm going to rotate it so that it fits what I'm wanting. Oh wow, I've lost my, where's my little green thing, my little green friend. He's the one that helps me rotate it. But you can just, I'll do a different tutorial on that because it's annoying, I can't really do it at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's because it's really bright footage. But so you can edit that in as well. Now the last thing I want to show you is another cool preset that comes with HitFilm and is super duper helpful. Is the film looks. Now you have all these different film looks, which is really really cool. And you can also, when you add them in, you can edit them as well. So say I just want to quickly just drag and drop saturated cold onto my base layer, and look, it changes it and it looks really cool. Now this is a bit too blue for my taste. So what I can do is I can select this clip, I can go controls, go effects, and it has everything that was used to make this saturated cold effect. And you can play with it, you can do different things, you can change the the filter and different stuff like that, change the brightness and contrast. So that is basically it for this part of the tutorial. Now, what's really cool is that if you exit out of a composite shot, it automatically saves it to your thing. I'll show you that in a second. So here we have all our different masking and text tools. So this is basically just moving it around. This is the text tool, where I can just drag and drop in, say, I can type in text, and you can also motion track text, which is quite cool. You have your rectangular mask here. So what you need to do is you need to select the clip and select. So let's just say I want to have that looks quite cool like that. And you can have that. Or what you can do is if you go to the mask over here, you can change it so it's inverted, so it actually cuts out what you select and doesn't cut out anything else. So I'll just have it like that. So and then you have your circular mask and your freehand mask, which is really helpful. You can just mask around things. That's really helpful when you're doing muzzle flashes and you need to highlight someone's face. But I'll do that in a different tutorial. And it's the rotating tool. You can rotate your mask sort of. So that's your 3D rotation. Looks really cool. So if I go just exit out of it now, it automatically saves everything I just did into the timeline like that. So it looks really cool. And so that's pretty much it for today's tutorial, guys. And we'll be doing another tutorial, some more tutorials later on advanced muzzle flashes, I don't know, bullet hits, blood hits, motion tracking, masking, that sort of stuff. Pre-keying, that's really important as well.